What phases does a spirit go through after departing from the physical body? Now, I was asked this question and thought, oh, that's easy, I know the answers. But then I talked to Kimika and it was much more fascinating, much more detailed than ever I expected. So, this is what he told me. It depends on the consciousness of the person. If a person is third dimensional, self centered, but light, in other words, he has not actively done any harm to anyone, or he is fourth dimensional, first he'll be collected by Archangel Azrael, the angel of birth, death, and transition, and taken to the seventh heaven, which is the seventh dimension. If the person is healthy, he'll be taken immediately for a life review. If the person was ill before he passed, or he was in shock at passing, he will be conducted to a spirit hospital for healing and then taken for his life review. His guardian angel and his overlighting angel, in other words, the angel who's in charge of him during his entire journey on earth, attend the life review and assessment meeting. Together, they take decisions for the next step of the journey. He may receive training or help to see things from a higher perspective before moving to that step. Now, if the person is third or fourth dimensional and dark, in other words, has actively taken action to harm others, he will be collected by Archangel Azrael. As he passes over, he will receive training and purification and allowed to see things from a higher perspective. If he was ill or in shock, he'll be taken to a spirit hospital for healing. Then he'll be taken to a vast globe in the fifth dimension that is almost like a planet in itself and is gold internally. Here he will undergo a program of adjustment and instruction, then incarnates again. Anyone passing after 2032 will move to another third dimensional planet. What if a person is ascending at a fifth dimensional frequency? Archangel Azrael will appear to transport the person's spirit to the ninth dimension. If the person is at the upper level of the fifth dimension, many archangels will come to collect him. These spirits will be greeted with celebration by many archangels. If the person was ill before passing, he'll be conducted to Spirit Hospital for healing before his life review. The same beings attend the life review that were at the original meeting where decisions were taken for this life. After the life review, there's a separate assessment meeting. This is attended by his guardian angel, the overlighting archangel, the main spirit guide or guides, and of course, the higher self or monad. The final step is that together they take a decision about the next step on the journey, which may be anywhere in the universe, including a return to Earth. Now, if the person is ready to pass and is ascending at a seventh dimensional frequency, and this is happening to more people because the frequency is rising, more people are ascending into a seventh dimensional frequency, and they will be conducted to the 11th dimension. The phases the spirit goes through after death are exactly the same until the final step. At this level, the monad alone takes the decision about the next step of the journey. And what happens if the person is almost ready to ascend when he passes over? When ascension is so close, the guardian angel tries to help the person ascend while he's being conducted over by Archangel Azrael. In 92% of cases, this is achieved. It's really good news. What if you are a being of the universe? Commander Ashtar meets all beings of the universe, and a being of the universe is one who is in service to the universe. So when they pass over, Commander Ashtar will be there to meet them. What about those who don't pass into the light? Those who don't pass over and remain attached to Earth are given an elemental known as a Wural to look after them. Wurals are third to the fifth dimension, and this is so that stuck souls can connect with them more easily, because their guardian angels remain with them, but stuck souls can no longer connect with them. There are many reasons why people don't pass over properly. They may be attached to alcohol, a house, a person, or anything they don't want to let go of. They may be in such shock that they don't see Archangel Azrael when he comes to collect them. Emotions such as anger or fear blind them to the light. Some believe that there is nothing out there, so they don't look for the light. Now, these stuck souls often hide in woods or caves. Those who are alcoholic haunt pubs. The Christ light, or the pure white flame of Atlantis, is a good protection if you are going into those places. Right now, stuck souls are clogging the lower astral realms, which are the planes of lower emotions. It is time they were cleared for the golden future. Individual and generic prayers can really help many to find the light and propel them to the other side. No prayer is ever wasted. So what choices do souls have when they're ready to move on? If they are third to fourth dimensional, many will return to their home planets. They can learn more about what they love to do on Earth. For example, if a soul loved caring for children, they could nurse children, care for children in the inner planes. If they loved teaching, they could teach those who are ready to learn. If they loved science, they could work with science. They could open up to creative expression, for example, work with colour or gardening. If they loved competitive sport while in the body, they might play competitive sport, but their focus would be more on personal excellence. At the same time, all these souls would learn about personal and spiritual growth. Some reincarnate immediately. So, if they have ascended at a fifth dimensional frequency, most will return, or some will return to their home planets. Most will remain in the inner planes to serve in some way. They could train to be a spiritual guide to someone in incarnation. Now that's a really tricky job, and so they'll go through training. They could be in charge of a project on Earth. For example, they might help to lighten the energy of a school. If they'd been a solicitor, for example, they might want to dedicate themselves to opening the minds of solicitors. They could train to become a psychic surgeon or a healer in spirit, and there are many other choices. And at the same time, the spirits, these souls, would all learn about spiritual growth at a higher frequency. Now, if when you ascend, you're at a seventh dimensional frequency, you've gone through your seventh dimensional initiation, you will serve in a greater capacity in the universe. Some from other universes may decide to return there, but many will remain. Many of these have very high frequency souls and will take positions of great responsibility in the inner planes. So, I hope this helps you understand how important it is to make your life as high frequency as possible because it really does shift things when you pass over. And remember, prayer helps everyone.